Hey y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'm so excited to be able to do this video because first and foremost, I would say out of pretty much anything that we can do with this business, hands down, Reels is my jam. Reels is where it's at. I started, I don't, I first of all, out the gate, I want to say that I am not by any means an expert when it comes to Reels, but I am super passionate about it. And I feel strongly, honestly, if you're passionate about something, then I want to pay it forward. I want to share with others my passion for what I do and how much fun it can be and the potential. And honestly, hands down, how easy it can be for you just to start off and then it can go so much further than that. Trust me when I say that. So odds are, if you're watching this training, more likely it means that you're either, for one, interested in doing reels. You maybe it's something that's on like the forefront of your mind. Maybe you're dabbling already a little bit in it. Maybe you're already doing reels and you're like, you know what? I love doing reels and I want to see if maybe there's something else that I'm missing out on, or maybe how can I take it a step further. I'm just so thankful that you're going to hang out with me here today. And if y'all have any questions, by the way, feel free to reach out to me in regards to like creating reels, or if you have a question about something, maybe if it's something that I'm saying on this training today with y'all. But yeah, please don't hesitate to reach out. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's talk all things reels. So reels, so important because yes, we can post and we can schedule posts and all the things, but Reels, y'all, Reels is where it's at because Reels, what's really cool, pun intended, is the fact that when it comes to creating a Reel, you are not only reaching a broader audience, but you're able to express yourself in a way in real time. I love that. I love that I just created that. Anyways, squirrel. But when it comes to creating a reels, you can have so much fun with it. There's so much potential. It doesn't always necessarily have to be business related, and I'll show you here that in a little bit. But there's just so much potential. You can have so much fun with it. And, I feel like that when it comes to reels, you are think about like the things that you're passionate about, even outside of Scentsy, because we're all passionate about fragrance, right? But what are you passionate about? Like, for example, as you can tell, what's behind me, what's on me, I love color. I'm passionate about color. I'm passionate about outfits, fashion. I have a big passion for my fur babies, fostering fur babies, pets in general. I love all things Lisa Frank related. I love iced coffee, hot coffee, you name it. And here's the thing, whatever it is that you're passionate about outside of fragrance, fragrance included, but you definitely don't want it to be just that. But you can incorporate those things into your everyday life. So, for example, guess what's coming up, y'all? World Tour. We got World Tour coming up. So if you're participating in World Tour, this is going to be a perfect segue into creating maybe perhaps your first reel, if not a reel, to get you going into February. One suggestion whenever you're making your reel is you always want to make sure that it's full screen. Full screen. So for example, I'm recording this video and it's full screen, but I feel like whenever you're seeing this, it's going to be a little smaller. So full screen basically it means just that. So when you go to your phone and you're going to take a photo or you're recording a video, you want to make sure that whatever it is that you're taking a photo of, whether it's yourself or whatever you're seeing in front of you, it's going to take up the entire screen. The reason being is that it's going to be more visually appealing. So I highly encourage you to take video content and not like long videos, but like snippets. So for example, if you're walking into the main room where we're going to have World Tour at whatever location you're going to be at, go to your phone, go to your camera, click video, and just do like a kind of like a fan around, going like a full like view in the entire room, and then stop the video. And then do little snippets of that along the way, and then take photos as well. So when you do a reel, it doesn't always necessarily have to be like just photos or just videos. And what's really cool is that honestly, there's not really any right or wrong way to go about doing a reel, but hands down, the number one suggestion, like I said earlier, is just always make sure that your screen, no matter it's a video or photo, is full screen. Why do you ask? It's because it's more visually appealing. It's because whenever you click and also it does help with the algorithm, by the way, because when you're creating videos and photos and you're or not mastering, but you're doing and creating these reels, whoever it is, whether it's the ones that are over Meta in general, but the ones that are over Instagram or the ones over Facebook, or even if you're doing like TikTok, like the videos that you're creating, whoever's overseeing your content and pushing it out once you're posting and sharing, if it's visually appealing, it's going to be less work on the eye, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Versus if it's like a shorter version, so like a 1x1, 3x4, which is basically what you would normally, like a 3x4 is normal for an Instagram grid. A 9x6, and if you notice, and if you're like, what the heck are you talking about? If you go to take a photo, and I'm just speaking on Android's behalf, so I'm sorry to all my iPhone users. But if you're taking a photo, you should see options. Should see a 1x1 ratio, a 3x4, a 9x16, and a full screen. So these are very important, small details, but very important things to make sure that you're paying attention to. Something that I find on a completely different side note that really helps me, especially I've started doing over this last year, is whenever I'm going somewhere for a trip, like vacation or world tour or SFR, I love creating two different albums on my phone. So I'll have an album that'll say Reels, because that means that everything's full screen, and it means that everything that I'm sliding content, video, and photos into that album on my phone means that everything in there I can use for another time for Reels. What's really awesome, I love how I did that again. What's awesome is that when I attended SFR this last year, I did just that. And it was really cool because whenever I came back from SFR from Orlando, I was able to take all of the videos and photos and stretch it out throughout almost like a whole month. And y'all, that was after I came back from SFR, which was really cool. Um, so going back to the start of Reels. So defining your why. So sharing your Scentsy personal journey. So like for me, for example, I first got started doing reels. Like I said, probably I really dabbled in it about 3 years ago, but I started taking it more seriously 2 years ago. And by seriously meaning that I had more intention with it. So I dabble in, I have a lot of fun. So I do a lot of stuff that's like non-business related. And I basically sprinkle that in between, like on my Instagram page. But my focus is obviously my business. And what I love so much is that I have fun with this. Like it's new and exciting. I don't put as much pressure on myself. Now there are like logistics that we'll get into here in a little bit, but other than that, like I enjoy doing it. And to me it's like, again, your personality, your individuality can shine through your reels and who you are. And somebody can really connect with you and get to know you more based solely off your reels before you even have like a one-on-one, like verbal conversation with them. And to me, it's like reels bring me joy. It brings me happiness because I get to get creative. Like I love being able to channel and lean into my creative side, and doing reels allows me to do just that. Another thing what's really great about Reels is that you get the opportunity to build trust through your vulnerability. So when you're doing Reels, you're almost like showing somebody highlights of who you are. Like from what, like with me, like my name's Megan. So it's like what my Reels are like, what makes up Megan Clark. Like somebody could actually go to the majority of my Reel content and really get to know my personality because I'm being authentically me through Reels. And that's how you can get somebody to otherwise like, know, and trust you, is through that type of content. But again, just creating reels through like your travel adventures, funny moments, incorporate your kids, your grandkids, your spouses in on it. You can obviously fragrance, things that you love, whether it's the hand cream or it's the room spray. There's so many things that you can do video wise that you're not necessarily focusing on the products per se, but you're incorporating the products into your videos, which is awesome. You're able to leverage reels How to leverage reels how to leverage reels through your passion. So why do reels work? Why reels? You're like, why should I bother creating a reel? What's important about it? The importance about doing a reel is because a couple reasons is because you're able to engage with your audience. So you can ask a question, you can create a poll through a reel. And by doing so, you're going to bring your audience into your world. They're going to comment on your reels. And if they do comment, it gives you an opportunity again to start building that relationship and that trust with them, which is really awesome. You have the opportunity to be able to be more, again, more, like I said earlier, more visible to a broader audience. So, for example, my reels are public. So, even though, like, for example, my Facebook page in itself is not public, and there are posts that I do on Facebook that I allow to be public, my reels are public, period. Like, in fact, I wouldn't even, if we can make reels private, I wouldn't even know if we can or not. I don't know how. But I love the fact that they're public, meaning that there are people that are like outside of my county, outside of my state, even the state of Texas, that my reels are reaching, which is really awesome. And they're viewing my content. And then sometimes if they find a video that they really like, because I don't know about y'all, but if I come across a reel that I connect with, I'm like, oh man, this person's really funny, or I love what they're showing, or oh my gosh, because I love like farm animals and fur babies. So it's like if I see a farm animal or like a super cute or a dog, and that's what their video content is mostly about, I'm probably going to follow them because I do want to see funny content. I want to see things that I can connect with and again build a relationship with. Um, Things to look forward to, basically. Some content ideas just to keep in mind before we dive into our next thing is sharing practical ideas such as behind the scenes. You'll see that here in a little bit on one of the videos that I've created in the past as a reel. It was behind the scenes of changing my wax in our living room. You can showcase your Scentsy setup. So for example, if you are not necessarily like showing your inventory, like if you do a vendor event, but if you are setting up a table where it's like display only, or if you're doing like a home party, that's content in itself. You can actually get, of course, I would show y'all, but my phone's literally on my stand right now. In fact, actually, I can hold my phone and then show y'all a stand. So I have this cheap little thing that I got from Amazon. So you can find something like that to set your phone on, because that's currently what my phone's sitting on right now. You can also get a little fancier and get like a tripod and set your phone up, especially if you are setting up a display. So keep in mind, like I said, display, not your products, but display only. You can actually set your phone up and then record yourself setting up your display. Also here in a little bit, you'll see a video that I recorded where I was putting together Happy Meal last year, and same thing. I actually just set my phone up on the side and I just hit play and I went about my business putting my Happy Meal together. What's really awesome is that when you are editing a reel, you're able to speed up or slow down your content. So obviously if I was putting Happy Meal together, it took a little bit longer. So I was able to go to the video and edit it to like speed up the process. But it's awesome because it shares behind the scenes. It's giving my customers and my cold market, my future customers, right, an opportunity to get a glimpse of behind the scenes and a VIP type experience that they otherwise wouldn't get. You can also show product demos. So that's something that I'm definitely lately has been trying to step more out of the box and doing. What's interesting for me is that I've gotten a lot more comfortable the last couple of years doing live videos, specifically on Facebook, even on my own personal page. But the one thing that I've stepped out and tried to get out of my comfort zone on is getting on Instagram and then doing videos and either going live or posting video content like a reel where I am walking someone through how to like set up product. I did one recently where I incorporated the January warmer of the month, and it was just I didn't show my face. It actually just showed me at the end of my video setting the warmer up and then putting the wax in the warmer and then turning the warmer on, which was it was a lot of fun. It was fairly easy to do. You can also showcase how you mix fragrances. Do you take two different wax bars? I was going to see if I had wax on hand. You take two different wax bars and mix them together. You can easily take your phone, hit play, you would have your phone in your hand per se. You're changing your wax out and record yourself changing your wax out. You don't have to show your face, like I said. It's just you walking forward to your warmers, changing your wax out, cleaning it out, placing the wax bars in. And again, you could easily go into the captions. You could go either create a caption, or I like to go to the comments, honestly, and just talk about what you're warming. Ask a interactive question. It's pretty much the same thing as what you would do on your Instagram grid or your Facebook page, as far as the interactive question, but you're taking that question and you're either posting it on the actual video itself and adding text verbiage, or like I said, I recommend going into the comments after you post the reel and then put the interactive question in the comments. So let's keep on trucking. I think that I'm going to, I want to keep reading through my notes. Actually, yeah. So let's go. Yeah, let's just keep, I'm going to keep reading through my notes. So, connecting with your audience through relatable content. So when you're creating a reel, you can not only, you're able to tell a story, tell stories, not just sale pitches. So by doing that, you can incorporate personal family moments. You can, if you have kids or grandkids, or if nieces and nephews, or your spouse, get them in on it by smelling the wax or showing their wax bars. You don't even actually have to verbally talk in the video. You can always just add some of your favorite music to it, but getting others involved in your the visual parts of the reel can be a lot of fun. Let's see. Highlight shared experiences. So use themes like cozy fall vibes. So for example, right now, not necessarily fall, but like cozy winter vibes, because we're still technically in the winter season. So like for me, it would be, I love comedy shows. So I can share highlights of the comedy shows that I've been to. So again, it's those little quick snippets of videos. It's like a 1 to 2 second clip of little shots of the video of the night, that was like when we went to a comedy show, or me recording my walk into like the movie theater, or things like that. You know, I'm sure y'all have seen videos before where it's like a day in my life, or a vlog, or you know, come spend the morning with me. Now, I will say that videos like that tend to be a little bit more what's the word I'm looking for? Like a little bit more lengthy. You have to definitely be a little bit more aware of, oh, I need to be video recording making this coffee, or I need to be video recording, you know, my day-to-day life. I will say I dabble in that a little bit. It's not vlogging or creating content of like kind of like the day in my life is not really for me, y'all. I tend to I've got big time ADHD, so I don't always remember to take my phone and record. But I will say that if I'm going throughout the house and I'm using a Scentsy product, whether I'm changing my wax out, spraying down my dog's bed, using Scentsy freshener on our bedspread, doing the laundry, those are moments that I'm a lot better about now over the last couple of years, where I have my phone already with me, because I'm more likely listening to music, I'm listening to a podcast. I can just as easily go to my camera, again, hit record, and capture whatever it is that I'm doing. Now, what's really nice is that after you're done recording, let's just say you're recording audio or audio video, right? And it's me doing the laundry. You can actually then go into that video and click on like the little scissors emoji on your phone and then edit it. So that way you, let's just say, for example, it has me like getting the laundry together, and then I'm like, I don't really like the way that looks. I can actually like cut that out and then use the rest of it, if that makes sense. Again, but just capturing your everyday day-to-day life. You're going to resonate with your audience, no matter if you, it doesn't matter if you travel or not, it doesn't matter if you have pets or kids or not, whatever, whoever you are. If, like I said, if you like making coffee, I've done videos before where, again, it's just my phone. I turn the video on. I start my coffee maker up. It seriously is me putting the pot in, starting the coffee pot, pouring more water, step by step, basically me making my coffee. And then there's an aesthetically pleasing song in the background. Sometimes the text will say like good morning, or morning vibes, or you know, whatever the case may be. But I don't overthink it. That's the point. That's the point I'm getting to, is that I don't want you to overthink it. It is important whenever you're creating a reel to add in engagement with your reel. So, and adding engagement can be, again, like I said earlier, open-ended questions. You can create a poll now on Reels. I don't know if you knew that or not, but you can create a poll. You can also create a reel that encourages interaction. So for example, you can go either in the caption of the reel or in the comments and ask, for example, which scent combo should I try? So you can give your audience suggestions, and you can let them know, like for example, I just so happen to have these two room sprays in front of me. And I don't necessarily have to talk unless you want to. So if you're recording your video, you can actually do something like this, and then you could showcase the room spray. So I'd bring the room spray forward, let them visually see it, set that one down. Then I would bring this room spray forward, let them see it, set it down, kind of like confused because I'm like, I don't know which one to pick. Stop the video. And then once the video's done, then I would go to my comments and say something along the lines of which I can't make my mind up. Which scent should I choose? And bada boom, bada bing. That's a reel. And like I said, y'all, it's easy. You don't have to overthink it. You can do more intricate and more complicated reels, but if you're just dabbling in it, like the easier that you can make it on yourself, the better. Okay, so before we continue on with my notes, I do want to show y'all real quick. Let's see if I can share my screen real quick. Y'all bear with me. All right, we're going to share my screen. There we go. Welcome to my phone. So I actually put this together last year in board. So this was actually for a training event that I did with a good friend of mine that we talked about how to create reels. So I figured what better way than for me to go to boards and show y'all a couple of things that were added into this. And I will definitely share this out to whomever might need this content. So if you reach out to me, I do not mind sharing this specific board with you. All right, so I'm going to keep scrolling down. Let's get to the more important stuff. So one really fun fact about Reels, as you can see here, I actually pulled this from Instagram. And do keep in mind, as you can see date-wise, this was back in July, August, but still it's relevant to today. So it did show on here that in the last 30 days on my specific Instagram account, that there were more interactions on Reels than with stories and posts. So as you can see from dating from July 15th to August 13th, there was well over 2,000 people, y'all, who engaged with my Reels as compared to my post and my stories. Post is post, honestly, it's kind of like you can still post, but like I said, Reels is where it's at because more people are getting into Reels and watching that type of content. Stories is great if you want to get something like a highlight reel, basically like something straight across to the point, real quick. But Reels are, like I said, Reels are really where it's at. All right, we keep on scrolling. Oh, so here's actually something to keep in mind, just a quick couple of tips for you guys. So make sure that the first three, I would say at least 3 to 5 seconds of your reel count, whether it's what you're saying, the message you're getting across, what you look like, you want to draw your audience in. So as you can see here, this is a suggestion that Instagram said. So they're like, share something funny, relatable, or unexpected at the start of your reel to keep people watching. So the shorter your video, the better. I'll say that. And the more engaged it is, the more likely they're going to stick around and watch it over and over. So check your timing, like I said earlier. Reels that are 30 to 60 seconds long get better engagement and are shown to more audiences, which is awesome. So I would say no more honestly than 60 seconds at most. And then only use relevant hashtags. That's super important. Don't get crazy with hashtags. Utilize ChatGPT if you need to have more relevant hashtags to add into your caption. So this is where we're going to dive in to examples of reels that I've done in the past. And I'm going to hit play here in a second. But on the left, just to walk you through, remember what I said earlier when I'm like, hey, grab your phone, go to your video, showcase changing your wax out, show yourself using your Scentsy products throughout the day. So this was actually a video that I did where it was literally me showing which wax bars I was choosing to warm and me changing my wax down, adding it to the warmers. One specific thing that I really like to do is record the video first. Then when I upload the video to a reel, I'll do a voiceover, which is so much easier, y'all, than me recording audio as I go along, changing the wax out. Especially if you're like myself, I have a husband who, when he is home, he's watching TV, he's watching some sort of sports game on the TV, or if you've got grandkids or kids or pets in the background, you definitely don't want all that noise for the most part because it can be distracting depending on what kind of video that you're doing. If you're showcasing them in the video, that's one thing. But if you're not, because here, as you can see, I'm focusing on wax and warmers, so I don't want any excess background noise because it's going to be distracting. On the right side, as you can see, and here in a little bit, the right side is still framed photos. So photos that I took, again, you'll notice full screen photos, so don't forget that part. But it was me taking about a handful or so of fun interactive photos, literally in a room in my house with one of our Scentsy buddies. And that was so much fun. I love doing stuff like this. So without further ado, oh, also before I hit play, you do want to keep in mind that you want to add training audio to your reel. You can use tools such as ChatGPT to help with the verbiage, which I highly recommend, and training hashtags for each social platform. So let's go ahead without further ado. I'm going to hit play just so y'all can see both these videos. So again, as you can see here on the left-hand side, it does show me bringing into clear focus both the wax bars. I love doing like a fruit salad. So this was me showing the fruit salad for the next 2 weeks that was going into our warmers. These videos that I do that's on the left side, y'all, were a couple of seconds long each. But like I said, it's literally just me recording myself going to each warmer in my living room and me just dropping the wax into the warmer. I would say this style of video, this style of reel tends to be very popular with my audience. They not only always look forward to like what it is that I'm warming, but they love seeing the seasonal warmers that I'm using as well. Sometimes like I said, I will do a voiceover, and then other times it's just a popular song, trending song that I pick to go with the video. Um, and then if in case y'all missed it, on the right-hand side, as you can see, it's just still frame photos of me posing with the Scentsy Buddy, which was a lot of fun. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pause that and then keep on going along. So in case you're not reading, I'll read it to you. Pro tip. When you're capturing either a photo or video for your reel, your settings should be on full screen. I can't say that enough. And I won't go over the rest, but y'all get the point. Just make sure it's full screen. All right, so we're going to keep on going through. Reels often generate higher engagement rates, such as likes, comments, and shares. So this interaction helps to build a community around your personal content. So what's really awesome, just like you would share a reel that you come across that you like to a friend, people can do the same thing with your content as well. One really thing that's very important is to reply back to the interaction, to the comments that you're getting on your reels within a reasonable amount of time, just as you would either on Instagram, if you're posting on Instagram, or you're posting on your Facebook page or your VIP groups, wherever you're posting at, it's just the same. So if someone comments on your reel, make sure and reply back to them. This is going to, again, create a new relationship with that person. It's going to create trust as well. One really big pro tip, again, that I can give y'all hands down is when you are creating reels and you're uploading them to either Facebook or Instagram, don't get discouraged if you have one that has low views. Because the thing is that all it takes is just one video. Like, for example, I can post a video, a reel like 2 months back, and then I can post one today. And if today's gets pushed out and more people tend to like and they see today's reel more, what's really awesome is that Facebook or Instagram is going to recognize that, wow, she's putting out valuable content. Wow, people are really loving her stuff. And therefore, they're going to push other content out that you did a month or two back. So if something's not gaining traction, if you're not getting any views or little to no views as compared to the rest of your videos, don't sweat it. And just to put it in perspective, I thought this was really cool, and honestly, I never thought about this. So if you see, for example, the top left-hand video, 182 people viewed that one. But if you go 2 videos down from the top, over 1,000 people viewed that. Okay, guys? So in perspective, yes, I could be like, wow, it's not 1,000, but think about 182 means that there's 182 individual people that viewed my content. So that is a big deal. So don't get discouraged. I would say just keep sharing, keep posting, keep creating, bless and release it, and then just keep trucking along. Don't ever delete anything that you've created because obviously your time is valuable. So I'm going to show you here real quick. I'm pretty sure I might have done a voiceover on these videos, but I'm going to show you here real quick. As you can see, this was a, this is definitely my, my pages from last year because they're definitely updated as you can see. But I'm going to show you real quick how you can link your Facebook account to your Instagram, and then we'll then show you how to link your Instagram to Facebook. This is really important because when you're sharing reels from either platform, you have access to being able to push it over to the other place. So vice versa, Facebook to Instagram, then Instagram to Facebook, depending upon which one you're sharing your content in, which is really awesome. So for example, my focus is more on Instagram, but there are times when I'll share my videos over to Facebook, and it's great because it's still helping me show up in Facebook without me actually being physically present, if that makes sense. All right. Let's keep on trucking. So if you're like myself, you dabble more onto Instagram, this is how you can link your Instagram over to your Facebook account. So as I said earlier, whenever you're creating a reel, you're you're able to save, you're able to participate in trending challenges. So a lot of times like TikTok is famous for challenges, right? So you can literally save it for another time, go back in and then create your own. Just like you can use like popular music, popular hashtags. All three of these things are going to boost your content so that more people are going to be able to see your videos. All right, so this one, I did do a voice recording as well, and I'm pretty sure I actually play like the legit reel. But this one's a lot of fun because this one, as you can tell here in a little bit, is definitely not business related, but my personality can shine through, and I can definitely help myself stand out a little bit more by sharing something that caught my eye that I had a lot of fun with. And this honestly breaks it up from like the everyday mundane things. So as you can see, that was super simple to the point. I had so much fun with that one. And like I said, I mean, you can incorporate your Scentsy business, your marketing stuff in it if you want. Otherwise, I do like to sprinkle in things like that every so often, so it's not just all business. Um, Reels can be used again for a variety of purposes. So from showcasing behind the scenes content, like we talked about earlier, to launching new products or educating your audience on maybe perhaps a quick tip or a trick having to do with like your Scentsy business. So I don't think I did a video recording on this one. So like for example, on the left-hand side, it's going to show me unboxing and unveiling the Minion Warmer. So it starts from start to finish. So it's showcasing I'm sorry, y'all. The box. It's showcasing the box. It's showcasing me taking the warmer out. Sorry. Whoops. But it's showing it turned on. Super simple, to the point. It's interactive. It's a lot of fun. And again, on the right-hand side, it's showing me what I talked about earlier. It's a video of me setting up and doing my happy mail. So as you can see here, it's not showing my face. If you, I don't know if you can read the words or not, but it says, I used to not look forward to moments like this. Now I know that behind the scenes is just as important as the spotlight. So that's something that I chose to put more or less context in the video itself and then not in the caption. Super simple again, simple to the point, added trending audio. All right, let's keep on trucking. So sorry about that, y'all. It provides tools. So leveraging your dashboard on Instagram. So if you're not familiar with your dashboard can help you enhance your reels. It's going to provide not only tools for editing, but discovering trending audio and content creating ideas. Plus, you can take advantage of free tutorials from content creators to help you get started, which is really cool. So real quick, I'm going to show y'all, let's see, I think I'll probably show y'all on Facebook here. Here we go. All right, last but not least, I do want to show you on both Instagram and Facebook, going and segueing into what we talked about earlier about like with templates and how you can utilize and find templates to be able to not only add like your own content, but then your own verbiage as well. So I am basically going to go ahead and play it now because I did a non-audio screen recording earlier today of how to find it on Instagram and Facebook. So let's go ahead and hit play. So this one's going to be where you can find templates on your Instagram. So I overall have found that templates I don't use them all the time because a lot of times, like when I'm scrolling through and I'm having fun, look at other content with reels, I normally will 9 times out of 10 save those reels, and then I will use that as kind of like a template of my for myself to go off of. But other times, I can go into here on Instagram. I'll click on templates. And as you can see here, there's not only going to be videos recommended for me, so based off of videos that I've created in the past, off of the aesthetic of things that I've created and done, but also what's trending. So what a lot of other people are creating. That bottom left-hand one was actually one that was fairly easy because that's one of those like where you can actually just dump your photos. I think it was like 10 or 15 photos ish. That was super easy. And then what I love about the template, y'all, is the wording and the music is already there. You just have to add your content in, which is so awesome. But it's a lot of fun. Like I said, I personally love using the templates. I don't use them that often. This is the one I was actually just talking about earlier. And as you can see, it's just a photo dump, basically of photos that this person took throughout the month. So I actually just created this one the other day because I did a photo dump of photos that I took throughout the month of January. And I didn't do anything else to it. I actually just left the audio, I left the text, and then I think that all I did was create a caption and then some hashtags, and then I posted and shared it. So, and by the way, I did incorporate some Scentsy photos into this specific reel, but wasn't all Scentsy related. It wasn't all business related. That was just kind of like trickled into the video. All right, so we're gonna keep on trucking, keep on moving on. So this is again going to be the same concept, but if you are focusing more on Facebook, I did want to share with you where you can go on Facebook to find the trending templates on there. So here, as you can see, I'm on the dashboard. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm on my main profile. It's not the dashboard. I'm on my main profile. So what you want to do is you want to find where it says more, and then you can actually from there click on beside more where it says videos. You're going to want to click on videos. It's the same concept again as like what Instagram has is with templates. So it's very similar as you're going to see here in a little bit. But once you click on the videos, you're going to scroll down and you click on where it says create a reel. Now, we'll say that, like I said earlier, I don't utilize Facebook as much as I do Instagram, but the content is very, very similar. And as I showed you earlier, you can actually go and share your content from one platform to another. But as you can see here, the templates are very similar. The reason why I think it's important to use templates, as you can see here at the bottom of each of these videos, is the reach. So there's some videos, there's over 800,000 people that have seen them. There's over 3,000 people in some. But these are obviously what's trending at the time and very, very user friendly, I would say for sure. To where again, all you have to do is just add either your videos or your photos to it. And then obviously when you click on one video, it's going to show you just how much content is needed for that specific video. But very, very, very user friendly. And yeah, anytime I can't come up with anything, I do utilize that sometimes. Alrighty. And I think, yeah, I think this is the last thing that I was going to show y'all. So going back into Instagram, I did want to show y'all, I think like kind of like the variety of videos, like content that you can create specifically on Instagram. And it's a lot of fun. Like I said, I mean, don't overthink it. Anything, whether it's business related, whether it's everyday content that you're doing, you can definitely utilize and have fun with it. So this was, for example, if you're scrolling through Reels and you find a reel that you really like that you want to use either as like an example, or if you really like the audio. So this one I want to show you where you can save the audio. So you're going to go to the bottom of the screen, and then you want to click on where it says save. So this is actually, I'm sorry, that's actually where you want to like save like the full video. So as you can see here, I did come up with like several albums. So I created an album where it says real ideas. So that's where I would go to otherwise save that video so I can come back to it at another time. And then here I'm going to show you where you can go to find the video to use it as an example. So basically it's going to be on your main page on your Instagram, and you're going to go to your main page and click on those three little bars, looks like a hamburger, and then you're going to click on where it says saved. And then it's going to pull up all the videos that you have saved in the past. And that's whether you save them like in albums or just saved it in general. Yep. So like I said, here you're going to click on where it says saved. And then otherwise, because I'm creating a content reel for the day, I'm going to create and click on the album that says Real Ideas. And as you can see here on the top left-hand corner, it's that video that I just saved. So let's just say, for example, that I, again, really like the audio of that specific video. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click at the very bottom where it says original audio. And then I'm going to click on where it says use audio. Now you would click on the little bookmark otherwise, but I clicked on use audio, meaning I'm creating a reel in real time. Now, obviously, I did this ahead of time and it was a screen recording on my phone. So what I'm saying now is obviously not going to match up with what you're seeing on camera. But because I clicked on audio, as soon as I record whatever it is that I'm wanting to do in real time, that audio is going to attach to the video. And then I can add either a caption again, or I can add text, verbiage to the video and then upload it from there. But that's a lot of fun because if you're seeing a reel and you're coming across and you're scrolling through, it more likely means that, for one, that reel is pertaining to like your context, what you like to do. It's going to make sense with your content. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I believe, yep, that was that. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Welcome back. So hopefully going through that bit of content there, you were able to maybe take some, get some tips from, hopefully you took some notes. And let's see. So to close this out, so the most important thing, y'all probably heard this word over and over, but be consistent and have fun. Like if it brings you joy, have fun with it. As you can see for myself, like I personally love doing reels, whether it's me showcasing my personality or it's me sharing my love of fragrance. I have a lot of fun with it. Now there are times where I'll say, well, I'll create a reel and I'll save it as a draft. I thought I had my little paper here somewhere, but I don't post as often. Let me see, it's on the ground. Sorry, y'all, it fell. But let's see, on Instagram, I do post more often. I would say Monday, let me think, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday is usually whenever I personally post on Instagram. Now, I honestly just went to ChatGPT, no lie, and had asked ChatGPT like what days are trending or more popular on Instagram. You honestly can go to your dashboard on Instagram or Facebook, and on your dashboard, you are able to see a more detailed version of the breakdown of how often or like what time people are seeing your content. But like I said, I'm trying to get more focused on Instagram, so that's why I'm posting more on Instagram. But what I am finding on Facebook, for example, is that less is more. I know, mind blowing, right? And the less I say less is more because unless you're on top of your Facebook, unless you are monetizing how like what times to post, unless you have like people that are really engaging and interacting, then that's great and keep doing what you're doing. But if you do find yourself where you're like, okay, I posted several times a day, no matter where you're posting on Facebook, and you're not getting a lot of interaction, I highly recommend, honestly, if you're on specifically on Facebook, I actually will only post about 3 times a week in Facebook. However, because I'm focused more on Instagram, I'm able to have my content shared over to Facebook when I choose to do so. So that's kind of like adding content like in between, if that makes sense. So what's really awesome is that my customers, my viewers, the people that are watching me on Facebook think that I'm on Facebook every day, when indeed I'm actually not. I'm only on Facebook a couple of times a week, but my focus is more on Instagram. But what's really cool is because being able to share it back and forth, they don't know otherwise, which is really awesome. But just be authentic in whatever it is that you're creating, whatever you're video recording, whatever photos that you're showing, be authentically you. Show up just as you are. I will say that 9 times out of 10, I'm normally not dressed like this, just FYI. I just actually happened to go to the movies today. So that's why I'm dressed up a little bit more. Normally, typically for me, I don't have makeup on. I normally will, my hair will be styled to say the least, but I normally will have like a sweatshirt on or a t-shirt on, and I'm authentically just showing up as I am. But that's also me authentically showing up as I am, is the fact that I am dressed up sometimes. So, but I love that it's a variety too. And if you like on my Instagram, for example, on my grid, on my wall, the variety shows, where I am dressed down sometimes and when I am dressed up. But again, I'm authentically showing up as myself. If I was to dress up every single day, people that know me know that I don't do that. So it's not authentically showing up as myself, if that makes sense. You can again just go back to incorporating what you love. So whether it's fragrance, whether it's your favorite Scentsy products, colorful setups like I like to do myself, I'm incorporating into that into my reels. Whether it's again a still frame photo, whether it's a video, I'm showcasing like what I love and who I am and like my personality. And if it helps, you can always make like a running list of the things that you love. Like, what do I love? Walk around your house. It's very obvious if you walk around your house, you could definitely tell hands down the things that you love. What is it that you collect? I know that I can go to my kitchen, and when I'm opening up my cabinets, it's very obvious that I collect coffee mugs, for example. So that's one of the things that I can say, like, oh, I could do a video where I'm showcasing maybe 3 or 4 of my favorite coffee mugs. In fact, I just so happen to have one of my older Christmas coffee mugs here from December from my baskets. So I could actually just seriously like take a video, record myself, and then be like, showcase my mug, and then put it down, pick up the other one, showcase the coffee mug. Again, don't overthink it, you guys. ChatGPT, and I know I've said that multiple times, but ChatGPT, hands down, excuse me, is my best friend. A lot of times, like if I feel stuck on like real content, I legit, hands down, will go to ChatGPT and I'll ask it and I'll say like, I don't know, for example, I'll say like, um, gosh, I don't know, give me 10 or like, let's just say it because I'm scheduling out for the week. So I could say, give me 4 real ideas incorporating, what I love and fragrance. Obviously, if you're using ChatGPT, the more details, the better. But I'm asking it to give me like real time, like, subject ideas for my videos. Now, one thing that's really cool, you guys, that I was able to do recently is I took it a step further. So I not only asked ChatGPT to give me X amount of content for my reels, which was so awesome because it gave me ideas, but then I took it a step further because I asked it to give me a description of how to go about setting these up. So how to go about setting up the post, how do I stage the reels. Y'all, that was like the coolest experience, hands down, that I did with a ChatGPT. Because, like, for example, there was a reel that I created on Instagram, and ChatGPT walked me through. It said to take do a flat lay image. So, in other words, I took a piece of, see if I can grab it over here real quick. We'll just pretend this is colored scrapbook paper. I can't reach right now. So this was like scrapbook paper. It said to grab a piece of like a basic background. You could do it on Canva, honestly, too. But I basically grabbed some contact paper. It told me to create a colorful storyline. So I've got confetti to the right side of me. I dropped some confetti on the paper. I laid my Scentsy products flat lay. So I laid it flat on the photo, or I'm sorry, on the paper. And then I took a full-size photo of it. And so things like that. So I love that ChatGPT walked me through every single step of the process of how to create these reels. And it takes the guesswork out of it, which was just so cool. But again, just stay true to yourself. Success comes from being consistent. So again, I'm going to say that word over and over. It's one of my favorite words, y'all, for this year. Staying consistent and just showing up authentically as you are. If you show up as if you show up authentically and you're consistent and you're showing up as you are, people are going to love what you're sharing, no matter what it is. And here's the thing is that there are videos that I'll create and I'll post that I know that more likely are not going to get a lot of views. It's not going to get a lot of interaction, but I had a lot of fun doing it. I make myself laugh or it brings me joy. And to me, that is the most important part, because if whatever it is that you're doing in this business, if it brings you joy, keep doing it. Keep showing up, keep doing it, be consistent, because that's what people are going to take notice of, y'all. Because if you keep showing up and you keep showing up and you keep posting your content, the likes and the views are not going to be what takes off your business. Like I said, it's just going to take that one video of you showing up consistently and sharing and posting and being you, that somebody's going to take a liking to, because that's what I do. Honestly, I said that earlier. It's like if I see a reel that I really like and someone made me laugh, or the content that they're showing, I'm like, oh, this is really cute or this is really cool, I'm more likely going to click on their profile, and then I'm gonna start looking at some more of their content. And then if I like it so much, then I'm gonna follow them. So that to me is the point of keep showing up and keep doing it, because it's going to take repetition. Just like anything else in this business, it's not going to be like a one and done. You're not going to create one reel and then go viral and then you're done. Like that's a unicorn for real. Like that's a unicorn. It's a rarity that happens. But if you're showing up and you're creating videos and you're having fun with it, turn around and teach your team members. Turn around and show a fellow Scentsy friend and be like, hey, let's link arms together. Let's do this reel together. I can't tell you how many times I actually will create real content with my friends. It's so much fun, especially when you incorporate other people into your videos. But I encourage you to participate, brainstorm real ideas. While you're scrolling on social media, because we all know we do. So while you're scrolling on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, save those reels, save those videos. What's really cool is that a lot of times the content that I create has been inspired by other videos that had absolutely nothing to do with Scentsy, but I was able to put my spin on it and make it authentically me, which was really awesome. But save your content and then share with me, y'all. I would love, love, love if you could either tag me or send it to me through whatever platform. I'm not on TikTok anymore, but Instagram and Facebook. If you create a reel, please tag me, please show me. I'm excited for you. And this is something that if you're dabbling in, or like I said, if you want some one-on-one training or one-on-one help, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, because I absolutely love talking about reels, doing reels. I'm here to help you out. I'm here to guide you. And no questions is a stupid question. So feel free to either, if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to comment on this video and ask away. Or like I said, reach out to me through either one of those social platforms. But I hope you have fun. I share your passion, share what you do, share one that's excited, that you're excited to create with a friend, if not with me. But I'm ready to see what you're coming out with and what you create. So thanks so much for hanging out with me. I could literally just talk about this like all night, but thanks again for hanging out with me. Have fun creating reels. Get out there, get inspire somebody else, share what you love. Until then, thank y'all so much, guys. Y'all have a good one.